Hello, you're welcome back to my channel and you're welcome back to our JavaScript ES6 series. This is the 13th lesson and I hope you've been enjoying it. It's been amazing so far. In this lesson, we'll be looking at how to use the structuring assignment with the rest parameter to reassign array elements. In some situations involving array destructuring, we might want to collect the rest of the elements into a separate array and result is similar to array.prototype.slice as shown below. So we have something like this, A, B, and we have the rest parameter, rest spread. So there's a rest and there's a spread. They are similar. They are similar, like they look similar, right? But they're not exactly the same. The rest parameter, so we assign array elements. So this is what it looks like. So here we have AB. AB is gonna be 1 and 2. While this one where our rest the array that we rested. Oh, how do I say this? We place the rest of the array into this ARR variable using the rest parameter method, right? I hope that makes sense. So array is now going, this ARR now is going to be an array containing the rest of the elements of this first array. 3, 4, 5, 7. Amazing, right? So in one line, we just declared two variables and an array in just one line. See? Two variables, A and B take the first and second values from the array. After that, because of the rest parameters presence, after that, because of the rest parameters presence, right? ARR gets the rest of the values in form of an array. The rest element only works correctly as the last variable in the list, as in you cannot use the rest parameter to catch a sub array that leaves out the last element of the original array. So it must always be the last element in the new, the structured array. If that makes sense. So here we're asked to use a destructuring assignment uh, with the rest parameter to emulate the behavior of array.prototype.slice. Remove first two, which is this function here, should return a subarray of the original array list with the first two elements omitted. Okay, with the first two elements omitted. So I think that's quite easy. So we'll start by creating the structured array. We'll have the first two elements and we'll spread the rest of the element inside array variable. I prefer to use array variable. I prefer to use ARRAY instead of ARR because this gets me confused. Like, should I call it R or should I call it ARR? So let's use array here. Equal to list. My goodness, lists. Then we can just change this to array. Okay, or we could use shorter lists instead of using array. It makes more sense. Usually it's very much advisable to give your variables very descriptive names, right? That are easy to understand. We know it's actually an array, but in this context, right, shorter list is a better name, even though it's a longer name. It's better, right? Um, source without first two. So let's console.log this. It's supposed to give us the initial array with the first two omitted. So this is the initial array here. Yeah, and then we've omitted the first two to return the remaining one, right? So why the reason we see this array does prototype does slice is because the array, JavaScript array has a method called slice, which I believe we've looked at in the previous lesson, that is used to, slice off part of an array. I don't know if I should show an example here. Let's try it. Source dot slice. Let's see how does it even work. Let me see. Want to let me console.log. Sometimes you don't keep all these things in your head. It's just whenever you need to use it, you will now be like, oh, how does this work? Okay. So I think we started from 101 and stopped here. So if you want to increase it, okay, let's make it start from here to let's just use 2. Yeah, so because we didn't add a second argument, it gave us it returned all the elements from here to the end. So what we're doing now here is similar to this. All right, so I wanted to just put that up in case you forgot it because we've done it previously. I really want to go much into that. It's not why we are here today. Yeah, so back to today's work. I believe we are on track. Let's go ahead and run the test and beautiful. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for being here.